What exactly is Diddy being charged with?
They recovered surveillance videos, they recovered cell phones, they recovered computers, electronic devices, as well as guns, and of course the baby oil. And all of this.
I've been waiting for baby oil to go back in stock. But
the day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that.
Things are getting out of control for Diddy. From crazy allegations of tampering with witnesses to dragging his own kids into the mess, this thing just keeps escalating. And now there's a leaked audio of him spilling all of it. So with his lawyer walking out, what's Diddy gonna do? Yes, just as the music mogul seemed to be mounting a defense, his lawyer unexpectedly walked away from the case. Prosecutors have accused him of breaking every rule imaginable to tilt the scales of justice in his favor. You see, digging deeper, investigators found a notebook in Diddy's cell that they claim reveals his calculated plans to obstruct justice. Prosecutors argue that these notes, combined with recorded prison calls, paint a disturbing picture of attempts to blackmail witnesses into silence or twist their testimony to suit his defense. Diddy's legal team tried to argue that the notes were protected by attorney-client privilege, but the court wasn't buying it. Meanwhile, his repeated requests for bail have been denied, with judges citing the growing mountain of evidence pointing to tampering with witnesses. Prosecutors allege that he even went as far as planning social media campaigns from behind bars, paying individuals to sway public opinion and counter damaging claims. The allegations go further, suggesting Diddy was bribing inmates for access to their phone accounts using payment apps and commissary deposits. These calls, reportedly made to individuals both on and off his approved contact list, are said to have raised serious red flags about his intentions. And let's not forget the court filings alleging he used third parties to contact witnesses, adding another layer of intrigue to the already convoluted case. Prosecutors claim his actions resemble tactics seen in organized crime cases, with attempts to control narratives and manipulate outcomes through fear and influence. If that wasn't enough, the prosecution has also uncovered damning handwritten notes and audio recordings, which they say leave no room for denial. These materials allegedly show Diddy's relentless effort to move witness testimonies and influence the trial, complete with round-the-clock monitoring, arguing that his jail conditions were hindering his trial preparations. However, the court remained unconvinced, with the prosecution highlighting the risk of further tampering if he were released. Adding to the chaos, Diddy's own legal team has admitted to some of the allegations. In a recent filing, his attorney acknowledged that Diddy used other inmates' phone codes to make unauthorized calls, a clear violation of prison policies. This admission came after prosecutors presented solid proof of these activities, making it nearly impossible for the defense to argue otherwise. While Diddy's lawyer Shapiro argues that sharing other inmates' phone minutes is common at the MDC, it does not overshadow the prosecution's evidence of Diddy using calls to influence witnesses and manipulate public opinion. Shapiro claimed in a court filing that such practices, though against Bureau of Prisons policy, are widespread and monitored, emphasizing that MDC's conditions hinder Diddy's ability to prepare his defense. Still, with clear evidence against him, Diddy's legal team conceded this violation rather than risk further damage to their case. Besides, the situation worsened with leaked audio of Diddy allegedly instructing his sons to clean up all the evidence linked to his case. This recording, widely circulated online, implicates Diddy in possible obstruction of justice, with the risk of his children also facing charges if they comply. Publicly, his team has tried to counteract the allegations by portraying him as a loving father desperate to reconnect with his family. However, the contrast between this image and the leaked call has only fueled public skepticism. Now, despite mounting evidence, Diddy's legal team continues its fight for bail. They've proposed housing him under house arrest in a luxury 3-bedroom Upper East Side apartment complete with high-tech security measures. Whether this move is seen as genuine compliance or an attempt to skirt the law remains uncertain. However, given the seriousness of the allegations, it's unlikely the court will grant bail. Inside the MDC, Diddy reportedly receives no special treatment, having been placed on self-harm watch like other high-profile detainees. The confiscation of privileged material from his cell and the ongoing release of incriminating evidence have further weakened his defense. Rumors suggest that even his legal team is starting to abandon ship due to fears that the case could damage their careers. The case has also reopened questions about the mysterious death of Diddy's ex-partner, Kim Porter. Courtney Burgess, a close friend of Porter, testified in court that she had entrusted him with flash drives containing explosive evidence before her death. These flash drives, now at the center of a legal storm, allegedly contain damning evidence that could dismantle careers and tarnish legacies. The contents are said to include footage of Diddy's infamous parties, involving 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women caught in compromising situations. More shockingly, some of the footage reportedly features underage individuals unknowingly recorded at these events. If verified, these revelations would elevate the scandal to a level of severity that could lead to criminal charges and irreparable damage to those implicated. Alongside the footage, the drives reportedly include a manuscript of a memoir connected to Kim Porter. This document, allegedly written before her death, purports to detail the dark realities of her relationship with Diddy and the lifestyle he led. While Porter's 4 children have dismissed the manuscript as fake, Burgess insists it holds significant truths. He claims that Porter gave him the drives out of sheer fear, convinced that her life was in danger. According to Burgess, Porter's behavior became increasingly anxious in the months leading up to her death, as she believed Diddy was becoming more erratic and controlling. Burgess testified that Porter made him promise to reveal the contents of the drives if anything suspicious ever happened to her, a promise he says he is now fulfilling. Porter's death in 2018 was officially ruled as pneumonia, but many have questioned the circumstances. According to Burgess's testimony, she had confided in close friends that if something happened to her, it wouldn't be a coincidence. This sentiment has fueled speculation about whether her death was truly natural or part of a larger conspiracy. Reports suggest that law enforcement may have mishandled the investigation, with detectives allegedly failing to examine her body in the bed where she was found. Instead, the coroner had already removed the body, determined no foul play, and ended the inquiry. These gaps in the investigation have led to growing calls for the case to be reopened, particularly in light of the evidence Burgess has presented. The footage on the drives allegedly shows the dark nature of Diddy's private parties. According to Burgess, The recordings were not only invasive, but also highly incriminating, capturing individuals unaware of being filmed. This includes minor members as well, something that could have severe legal consequences if confirmed. The involvement of prominent celebrities in these videos has added to the tension, as their identities remain under wraps while the claims gain traction.